Okay, so I finally count Elliot wave structures of 5 here. And I finally get the rejection, so it's time to enter a trade. The blue line here actually ended up resisting here. If you see the blue line. Zooming out on the far time frame as well, you can see somewhat of a channel developing here. I took the base over here, and then I just assumed the parallelity, which ended up doing this for me right now. That looked like the bearish flag. That ended up hitting it, or the wave B. So I shorted it on the C coming to the downside. It's a very nice trade here to take, in my opinion. If I even take profit here at the 615, that's a pretty big trade here. 4,600. Let's go to 615. Put in that amount there. Let's see if it gets a good, decent close here. I think it will. Actually, 616 would be better. I don't want to assume too bearish. 616, perfect. Let's see if that gets a good close coming up very, very soon, okay? My MACD setting has been altered. The MACD setting is now setting on a faster pace. It's setting at 8 and 21. I'm just experimenting and seeing how this is going to play out. I want to see if this is going to break to the downside here. So let's just observe very, very carefully. Smashing to the downside, the 22 regions now. This is very, very nice. Let's see if it breaks down below the CME of mine. Still coming to the downside. It's lots of pressure to come down. Is it going to make it a symmetric triangle? That I don't want at all. 3-minute creeps down very, very hard here. 5-minute creeps down too. We got a crossover that's happening in the next few. Oh, it just happened actually. So let's see if there's going to be a bearish run coming down here. Support's roughly around the 623, so it's holding for now. If it smashes hard soon. According to Fibonacci, it could hit all the way to the 610, 611 regions. Higher time frames indicate lots of bearish movement down. The 6-minute chart's showing a very bearish run over here. It just crossed over, so let's see if the 5-minute will cascade over to the 6-minute, then we get a drop here. Now it's getting the run to the downside here finally. Just a little bit more and I make myself $5,000. This is going to be a wonderful trade. So we entered it once again because on the low time frame here, we see a 5 Elliot wave count. Okay, 5 Elliot wave count goes up there. It's for a 17% run upwards. We don't see anything on the 5-minute, but on the 1-minute, we start to see a lower high on the RSI. Okay, the MACD on the wave 5 is crossing over, as you can see. Right over here, it crosses over very nicely. Sets us up for a good drop here. Sets up really nice for a drop on my new MACD settings. RSI is really low there. Every time frame is still trending to the downside. It's losing a lot of steam, so this is probably going to break to the downside in my opinion here. This needs a lot more momentum. Everything is pointing to the downside, including the 5-minute, the 6-minute as well here. The 6-minute just crossed over, so it's trying to find its pace of coming down. Very much so in my opinion. It's getting lower lows, but the highs are not really looking impressive at all. Maybe it'll hit that top end one time, but that's about it, in my opinion. It's up $900 or so. Let's see what this happens, what this does really closely. I am fearful of this MACD crossover right there though. I have to admit that. 30-second did crossover. It might cascade over to the 1-minute chart. So, but the 2 minutes still steadily going down. 3 minutes going down. The 5 minutes just crossed over. 6 minutes just crossed over as well with 3 minutes left. 7 minutes about to cross over, but you know, this could be 1, 2, that could be 3. I want the 4 to actually come down rather than it be so bullish that there's no 4 really at all, which is worst case scenario for someone shorting right now. You don't want to be shorting parabolic moves like this up too much, you know. Still fighting with it extremely hard right now. I'm very unsure of the outcome of this trade now. I could have taken profit earlier for $3,000, but of course I chose to hold on. Very indecisive candles that are forming here. The 6-minute does not look like it wants to come down at all in any way now. Looks like it's convexing upwards. There we go, a little bit of a pressure to the downside here, you know. But it's not enough for my liking, in my opinion. You know, like it's reaching a really high up there. Lots of bearish signs in general. You look at the price action, right? Price action dictates that there's a doji. It's getting very bearish now, in my opinion. Very bearish. Ooh. If this smashes down here, I'll be extremely happy. See this triangle that I'm holding on to right here? Momentum strictly states down. 5 minute down. 6 minute down. 7 minutes down too. Let's just see how this crushes it. If it does crush it. 7 minutes really pushing it down hard right now. It wants it just devour it. 6 minute really gave it a good leap down. Alright, so we're in action right now. 622. This is a throw over, obviously. Like, not a throw over, it's down. You know, like its momentum is down. 1 minute chart pushing down right there. This should get a really big tick. See that? It's growing and growing and growing. Do you see that? 619 ranges, almost up to me now. Just give me a close, baby. 620 ranges, 619 still. I'm up $3,000. I am not far at all if you take a look at me. I am not there at all. There, this is $5,800. Come on, just give me a little bit more of a push for $5,000 or $4,800, and I'm incredibly happy today. Nope, got a wick. They just nibbled a little bit from me, just like last time. That was not good. Every time I put a wall there, it just nibbles just a little bit. Let's see if it attempts it again here. Let's see. It's coming up. Yes. $4,800. Fuck yes.